All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Brandon Coin YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. It is February 7th. No, March 7th. Sorry. Time escapes me. 2023. And I ran across an article that this isn't like cutting edge news or anything like that, but it just caught my eye because it's very peculiar. I've always heard about people getting caught mining when they're not, or where they're not supposed to, like government buildings and at their job, that kind of thing. Well, in this article, this is a man or an individual. There's a man, yeah, that got caught mining underneath a high school. So I figured we could take a look at it together, talk about it. I mean, you got to have some kahunas on you to try to pull this off in this scale. And I was going to do some like rough math to try to figure out how much he was affecting like their power bill and stuff like that, because um, the amount of hardware he had probably was going noticed. That's why he got caught. Let's jump into it. So, an illegal crypto mining operation found hidden under a high school. Look at all these ductworks running. So, a man has been arrested and facing charges in a small town outside of Boston after local authorities discovered an illegal cryptocurrency mining operation tucked away under a school's floor. I could see how this could happen, because schools aren't as, I mean, they're monitored, but people are looking for like bad guys. They're not looking for computer hardware. The accused 39-year-old Nadim Nahas was previously the assistant facilities director for the small town of Cohasset, which is roughly 10 miles outside of Boston. In December of 2021, so yeah, he was making some good money back then. A routine inspection. I don't know any routine inspections that happen underneath the floor of a high school, but regardless, it turned up some suspicious modifications. The police chief, William, told BBC that according to Cohasset's high school's own director of facilities, during a routine inspection of the school, he noticed electrical wires, temporary ductwork, and numerous computers that seemed out of place. Yeah, you don't say. The ducts and wiring were all headed towards the same place near the school's boiler room. And checking under the floor there, a cryptocurrency mining operation was illegally plugged in to the school's electrical system. And that's where it becomes illegal. A lot of people are like, "Oh, well, I'm mining while I'm at, a rental, or mining at a dorm, or mining." If you're mining on somebody else's power, you're essentially stealing it. And some people like to toe the gray line. There's really no gray line. If you're mining on power that you're not paying for and they don't know about it, it is stealing. It's theft. So just looking at it, it looks like he's got some ant miners right here. I don't know what model these are though, because the back of them is throwing me off a little bit. At first I was thinking like, oh, these are like some S9s. But no, the back, the fan doesn't seem right on the back. I'm not sure what these miners are. I'm not a big, huge ASIC guy. Going further though, as you can see in the image above provided by local police, while this wasn't a warehouse-sized operation, 11 computers in total were discovered, including some inside coolers that vented to the outdoors. That was still a significant amount of hardware to be found hiding under a school's floor. Authorities say that the mining setup operated from April to December. Holy smokes. So it made it like over 6 months, 7 months. And it racked up electricity bills for the school estimated around $17,500. Nahas, who pled not guilty in a court appearance last week, resigned from his job as assistant facilities director shortly after the operation was discovered. He was arrested last year after a months-long investigation that involved not just local police, but U.S. Coast Guard and Department of Homeland Security. I don't know how much investigating you have to do, but couldn't you just plug the ASIC in, remote into the ASIC? Oh, you won't be able to log into it to see what the address is, though. There's probably a way around that. Monitoring network traffic and a whole host of other things. But regardless, they had to link him to the actual mining operation. Nahas' specific charges are vandalizing a school and fraudulent use of electricity. He's been ordered to stay away from all public buildings in Cohasset. I don't even know if I'm saying that right. So I mean, sounds like he probably got off way easy. I don't know if they made him pay back the estimated $17,000 in electric, but $17,000 in electric from April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, 8 months. So let's see that. 17,500 divided by 8. So a little over $2,000 a month, and we divide that by 11 machines. So each machine burning about $198 a month. Divide that by 30 days. So each machine was burning $6 a day. I'd say that's doable. Maybe just a touch high, but I don't know what these big boys were pulling. So those look like those might have been some power hungry machines. I'm sure a lot of you guys have more experience with ASICs than I do. I'd love to see your comments down below. What do you think these machines were? And what are these? I know these are definitely Bitmain Antminers, but the back of them just throwing me off. Maybe they're not, but they look like it. So, man, this is a wild one. I can't believe. I mean, I can believe it. I've heard of a lot of the stories. I've just never actually heard of anybody getting caught. That's the only thing I haven't heard of. So, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Right? Roll it up, slab it up, bring it on home. That's a tough pill to swallow. So hopefully it was worth it. Sounds like he got off easier than I thought he would have, at least. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. There's some blood in the waters. There's red on the board today. $22,100 Bitcoin, down 1.3% in the last 24 hours. Ethereum, $1,561. XRP, 37 cents. Dogecoin, 7.3 cents. Litecoin, $85. Shiba, $10 per million token. Going further down. My cat is bothering me. He's like all up on the keyboard right now. Monero, $151, actually up 0.5% in the last day. Ethereum Classic, $19.10. And then wanted to take a look at Caspa, because I'm mining some Caspa right now. Caspa. What's old Caspa doing? Ooh, Caspa's down pretty heavy. 1.2 cents, down 8% in the last 24 hours. That's not what we want, ladies and gentlemen. We need some green on the board. So, anyway, guys, I want to thank y'all for coming out. If you like taking a look at some weird stories like that, I think I can keep that up and maybe sprinkle those in every now and then. But what do you guys think? Have you ever mined on any gray market power, as we'll call it? I'll admit that in the past, I have mined in hotels before. Like had my laptop with me, turned the miner on. And some people are like, oh my God, why would you do that? But listen, there was a time where if you had a pretty strong computer with like a 3060, 3070 in it, that thing could make $4 or $5 a day. That's how good mining used to be. So letting your computer run while you're out and about at the hotel, maybe you're there for a couple days. Who doesn't like an extra free $15? Now, some people would say, oh, that's stealing because you're using their electricity. Some people say, like, oh, well, I would use that electricity anyway. Probably not. You probably wouldn't use that much electricity. I don't know. It's stealing. Let's just be honest. So, but I'd love to hear your guys' story. Have y'all done anything like that? I know a lot of college kids mine in dorm rooms, and hey, I get it. College, broke. Got to make that money. So, anyway, I'm going to hop off here. I hope y'all have a good evening. I'll see you on the next one. All that kind of stuff. Peace. Adios. Bye.